Okay everyone, it's Coach Tony Morgan, and today we're going to have another conversation. And the topic on today's conversation is going to be about why you need a coach. Anyway, I've got Marius with me. He's doing his mentorship program and he's also being coached by myself. And we're going to talk about the benefits of having a coach. Well, I'm going to go into Marius straight away because Marius has also had coaching experience with a different type of industry, and we're just going to explain what his experiences have been by having a coach and what it's done for him. So Marius, just explain to guys what effect a coach had on you.
Yeah, hi everyone. Well, my experience of coaching was actually quite successful. In the past, there was a time when I really wanted to go into business, and I had multiple ideas of how to do it, but nothing worked out until I really started attending events and then found a particular coach. His name was JT Fox. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he sort of had a CD program which was also downloadable online. So I downloaded it and went through his program step by step, and I thought, oh my god, this is exactly what I need to do. So I did. I started a business, an online business, selling consumer products online. And it actually took off. So I thought, wow, that's a power of coaching. Now, there are different levels, of course, of coaching where, I experienced that, okay, you can bring your business to $250,000, but then turnover, that is, but then, you're not really going to grow without further coaching. So I have not really sought further coaching in that area. But I thought, well, going into a different industry, as a gas engineer, I thought, well, what should I do as a new gas engineer? What should I do in terms of, starting on the right path? Instead of having multiple ideas of, I can do this, I can install boilers, I can repair boilers, I can do anything, I can drop prices, I can compete with anyone on prices. But I thought, well, hang on, step back, what did you do in the past that was successful? And I remember distinctly that I went to see this guy, JT Fox, speak on stage and downloaded his program, and I thought, wow, what do I need to do? Who is the best at this in gas engineering area? Who could teach me best in the best way? Who is actually inclined to teach you, not just showing what he does or so on online. There's like many YouTubers who are gas engineers, but they're not really inclined to take you through that journey because it's not easy. I think a coach, you've got to choose a coach that is actually willing to coach you, and you have to be coachable. You have to learn, even though you disagree with certain things, you've got to make sure you follow that system, because your coach got where he is by doing certain things, and those things have to be learned. You've got to learn, even though you think you could still do it, don't stop. Yes. That was my thinking, and that's why I approached yourself, Tony, and I thought, wow, when I first met you for my gas portfolio, I thought, oh, wow, Coach Tony Morgan really knows what he's doing, because every time I went with him on a journey, like with let's say a repair or a service or a gas safety check, every single journey in the customer's house was smooth, and I thought, how is he able to do it? and there you go. I joined him on the mentorship program, and he told me exactly how to do it. Right? You know, now I have to follow the steps. That's my sort of take on this, and I think without Coach Tony Morgan, I would not be where I am. I wouldn't be building my confidence the way I am. That's my sort of short journey to coaching.
That's absolutely right, and you articulated that absolutely perfect. Yeah, that's what coaching does for you guys coming into this industry. And the coach, like myself, I'm going to push you, I'm going to challenge you, but I'm going to do it in the right way, which will make you move forward fast. Because it's a bit like, say if you go to the gym and you've got a trainer, a coach, and you're on a treadmill. If you're on your own on the treadmill, you give up easy. You don't want to put the effort in, but with a coach at the side of you, it gets an extra mileage out of you. Put that effort in, you run faster, you last longer. And that's what I do. And with this coaching program, mentorship program, what I'm doing, it's giving people like Marius that head start on someone who starts on his own without not a clue what to do. He's fumbling about, making mistakes. He's putting himself back years. But with this program, you're going to hit the ground running and accelerate fast. So that's the reason why you need a coach. So all you need to do is click on his link below and find out more about what I'm doing. But I'll just give you a heads up on the coaching and the mentorship program. It's actually getting reconstructed. So the new mentorship program is going to be out probably, hopefully before Christmas. If not, it's going to be in January. The new coaching and mentorship program. But it's going to be even better. It's going to be more improved. You know, gone through lots of development, gone through mistakes, you know, things what happens when you're building a business like this. You learn from your mistakes, you learn from trial and error, you learn from experimenting, all these things, because it's an ongoing journey. No one is going to get it perfect. I won't get it perfect, you won't get it perfect. We're just growing all the time. As long as we're going forward, that's the main thing in this journey of what we're in this gas industry. And that's what Marius has chosen to do. He's picked me to help him succeed in his journey as well. So anything else you want to say about this, Marius?
No, it has been an amazing month. So we've had 3 weeks now together going on jobs, and wow, I was definitely blown away because, you know, like when you watch videos where, you know, people do jobs and you know, they show what's what and stuff, it's a bit distant when you actually go on the journey with an experienced gas engineer who's actually coaching you, telling you exactly what to do, what not to do in your journey, and then kind of, you know, sculpting you as a masterful engineer. I think that's amazing. I've had really amazing experience doing that, to be honest.
Wonderful. Yeah. And for guys who cannot make this type of program, can't commit the time to do the mentorship program, well, we've got some other new things coming out, which we're going to be introducing online training. That's coming out soon as well, and that's going to be a really great thing. It's going to be, people who sign up for this are going to be blown away by the amount of information what they're going to learn. It's going to be revolutionary what you're going to see in this. So I'll keep you updated on that. It's going to be, like I said, coming out soon. This new online training. It's going to be called the A&R Boiler Repair and Heating Program. So as I said, watch out for that, and you're going to be blown away.
So now that we have discussed goal setting, and I've set a goal of 80,000 in my first year using your strategies from A&R boilers, and my aim is to achieve that within a year. Now, I have heard, you mentioned a story of another successful engineer who has used your system in Birmingham, and his name is Guillem, and he has been able to achieve £80,000 turnover in his business or thereabout within a year using your strategies. So perhaps you could tell me more about how you've coached him, what sort of strategies you've instilled in him, so he could have actually you could take his business to that sort of level, which is my goal at the moment.
Right, good question. Yeah, that's true. Guillem, basically within 12 months of starting from a zero position with no customers, no contacts, nothing whatsoever, a total blank slate, we established his business. He basically hit the threshold of VAT registered, which is 80k, and he'd done that within a 12-month period. So yeah, basically used the strategies what I set out. We made a game plan, and I coached him through that. And it was, we'll speak to Guillem about this further, but yes, it was a tough thing because he had quite a lot of challenges, especially being no contacts in Birmingham, but our strategies worked and he was enabled to achieve that level. And what happened, he worked with other people before me, going through his gas portfolio, and there's another engineer again who went through the same sort of coaching program, and they was told that it was going to take them years before they could get to that level. 3, 4, 5 years, it was told by other engineers. They're not going to do it yet, so it's not going to happen. But when it came to me, them dreams were made true. And it's, as I said, we're going to hear more from Guillem about how he done that, but it's absolutely true. Without my coaching, he wouldn't have achieved it. He'd have been struggling. He probably would have done half of that, even less than that he would have done. So coaching does work. It gives you the platform, it gives you the confidence, it gives you the drive. When you want to give up, you don't want to put the hours in, by setting goals, small achievable goals, you set each goal and you move to the next level, and you just keep moving forward and forward until eventually you get to where you want to go without minimum effort. But it's having that teamwork, having the strategies, the goals, you're aiming for something, and that's what you do. Now, when guys go out there on their own, they're not, they've got no one to push them. Yeah, they can do their own business, they've got no one to answer to, they're not accountable to anyone. But that is your downfall, because you need that accountability. You need to say, right, this is what I'm going to do. If I don't achieve it, why didn't I achieve it? Where did you go wrong? And we can discuss it and put another game plan in together, and let's go back out there and achieve that goal and make it happen. That's the benefit by having a coach. But when you're on your own, there's none of that. If you fail, there's no one to them say you failed. There's only you. So if you get setback and you get disheartened, you stay down. But with the coaching program, it lifts you up.
Alright, yeah.
So that's what you aim to do. So I know that for you, Marius, you're an ambitious person.
Yeah.
And you spoke earlier about your other business. You took it to a level, but you plateaued.
Yeah.
You stopped. Now you've come into this business. what do you think? Like, do you think that will happen again, or what do you think? Where would you like to go with your business?
Well, that occurred to me because I thought, well, first I've got to set this goal to achieve 80,000 in 12 months. But then, of course, from experience, I know you have to have different level of coaching, because the same type of systems and habits and coaching is not going to work beyond that. And I was just wondered if you could elaborate on what it actually means and what it entails to go beyond that threshold, to achieve perhaps $250,000 turnover, and to be able to improve your lifestyle in a sense, and to make everyone happier, your family, your friends, more holidays if that's your desire, or bigger car, or better house, whatever you wish. So what's that kind of, what are the steps to do that?
Right, well, that's a great question again. Well, the steps to do that is, it's a continuous journey, because you never stop learning. So it's a continuous learning curve. And then what we do, once we get to a certain level, we then introduce more steps, more strategies, because with consultation and discussion, we find out what you want to do, where you want to go, and we create then new strategies for that to happen. But you've got to have the belief, you've got to have the drive, you've got to be able to learn new things to take to that level, because with that open-mindedness, anything's achievable. Now, there's lots of guys out there who might be doing 100k now, but they've still been doing 100k for about last 5, 6, 7 years.
Right.
And that's because the thinking has just stopped. They're not open-minded. They don't want to learn anything. The belief systems are all wrong, and that's why they're not growing. That's why the businesses are not growing, and that's what happens. So, to answer your question, you've got to be open-minded. You've got to be around the right people. You've got to be in a program like this, so you're constantly being challenged, constantly being pushed, accountable for what you do, and then things are going to happen. You've got sky's the limit. That's it.
Right. Okay, well, thank you, Coach Tony Morgan.
So guys, as I said, if you want to be in this program, you got to be in it to win it. You got to believe that you can do it. I can help you do that. The other thing what you need to do as well is you got to have access to the right information. That means reading the right books. Now, in this industry, we do a lot of driving. As you can see us, we're driving now, we're talking to you, driving on the motorway. Now what you do, you can use this time to listen to audiobooks. That's how you can get more knowledge, more information on how to grow. And this is what I've done over the years. So you can do the same. Get audiobooks, this can help you expand your mind beyond your belief, because there's lots of things out there can help you achieve these goals. Anything else you want to say, Matt?
Yeah, you mentioned audiobooks and books in general. If you have time to read, yes, of course you'd pick up a book. But how do you crack the code for which books to read? Because there are so many claims. Oh yeah, I've got this and that. How do you really know which book is relevant?
Right, great question. Well, what you do, you sign up to the Masterful Engineer.co.uk. Go onto that website. This will take you through the mindset business training. Go through that, you'll see how I've articulated the books what you need to listen to. This will give you the foundation for you to grow from there. I've listed about 6 or 7 books on there. Also, we've got the 67 steps. Go through that. That's like a 3-month program to help you basically rewire your brain. It gives you the know-how, it takes you through the journey, how to change the way you think, have the right thinking, because this is paramount to your success, paramount for you to build to the next level, to take your business higher, to have the confidence and believe that it's possible. Go through this, and then that's where you need to go, and that answers your question, hopefully, of what you just said.
Yeah, so I reckon it's basically because you would have listened to these books and you've applied the methodologies in the books. I suppose that's why a coach would guide you, with the right books for that particular industry. Or is that how I is that a correct interpretation?
Well, like you said, I'm the coach in this particular field, and from what I've seen in this field, and helped me to overcome my own challenges, because me doing this as an individual, it's a big thing what I've took on here, a massive thing. As I said, there's not a lot of people doing what I do. There's no one doing it in the way I do it, because I'm doing this from a mindset perspective rather than just technical fixing a body perspective. There's lots of people doing fixing body perspective, but I'm doing it from the people skills mindset. This is your foundation of building a business, building a better life, having better relationships, all the things what somebody wants in running their own business. Like you said about holidays before, I refer back to Gillen. Since starting his own business, he's had 2 holidays now. Yeah. So basically, a lot of guys who've been running their own business for 5, 6, 7 years have rarely gone on holiday. And the reason why they're too scared to leave the business. They're too afraid to leave the business. Or they ain't got enough money to go on holiday. But this guy, he's been on his 2nd holiday. So he's having a good life using the methodologies of what I've shown him. So if you wanted to be like Gillen or Marius or many of the other guys who've joined this plan, just click on the link below. And this is the true path for you to be successful. Or if you've got an existing business and it's not going how you want, again, we can take it to the next level on our coaching program.
Okay, Tony, there's another idea that I wanted to ask you about. Now, in my journey, before I actually joined your program, I was on the fence whether I should, because of different advice I was giving, but then I really thought, I wanted to join your program because I thought, in my previous experience, I've had a coach and I succeeded. So I thought maybe you could do the same here. So, but I'm sure there are a lot of guys who are in the same position as myself, and to be able to break out from that shell of insecurity or uncertainty. So would you let's say put up a forum of some sort where people could join in, and where they could be helped to make up their minds and join the program and succeed that way?
Interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. Like you said, well, I know for a fact there's a lot of guys out there who do need help, and they either they got too much pride, or that they think that you don't need help, they think they can do it themselves, or they're embarrassed, whatever it may be. But there's a simple way to do this, and it's just basically, if you look at well, you may not even understand this, but success is a formula. It is an absolute formula. It's not a just a guesswork or a chance. You don't just go out and just fix a boiler and build a business to a great level by just chance. It takes practice. There's a formula, and now to discover that formula, you've got to make a step, which this is a problem. Guys don't want to make the step to find out the formula. And to create some sort of forum like what you're suggesting, basically you'd have to have lots of people, like-minded people, who are in the sort of category of uncertain what to do. They're not sure ever to take this plunge and get coaching, get help to take whatever they want to the next level. If it's your business, what you're already running, or if it's a business that you're thinking of starting, because if you're just ACS registered or gas safe registered, then you're going to be going to your own business. And these guys who go from that point think they know what they're doing, and they don't want to seek advice or help. So yeah, it'd be a good idea to create some sort of area where it could be either a Facebook group or a forum where guys like this could get together. Now, if you think it's a good idea, I'm talking to people out there listening to this video right now, I'd like your comments on this and see what you think about creating some sort of platform where guys who are not sure, they can get together, they can ask their own questions, can talk amongst themselves. I could be a part of that and help and advise, and then see where we can go from there. So I think it'd be a good idea for people to do something like this, and I'd be glad to help, because I know what I'm doing is definitely what you need. Right, we're off the motorway now. We're now in Liverpool. We're driven from Manchester to Liverpool, and the reason why we're in Liverpool because Marius, he's based in Liverpool, and that's where he's going to be launching his business. And because we've got customers in Liverpool already to help Marius launch his business, these will be automatically transferred over to Marius, so he's going to look after his customer base so he can grow from there. So we're just going over to a contract customer, which this contract customer has been probably a customer for at least 12 years, and this type of longevity with customers is the backbone of my business, and it's also the backbone of why and the things I teach work, and this is proven through time, how to keep customers, how to serve customers correctly. And this is what I'm passing on in my coaching and mentorship program to people who join what I do, and they will get what they want to get out of their business, and this is why it works. So that's going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you took something out of what you heard today in this conversation about why you need a coach, and have a good think about this, guys. As like I said, if you can accept and be open to change and different ways of thinking, you can certainly take your business to a higher level. Or if you're a startup just getting into the game, you will also take your business to a higher level than if you was working on your own. So that's it from me, and I'll see